Welcome to our C# programming course. In this lesson, we're going to delve into the world of classes and objects, two fundamental concepts in object-oriented programming. We encourage you to follow along, write the code, and experiment with your own examples to solidify your understanding. If you have any questions, post them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Classes and objects are the building blocks of object-oriented programming, and they play a vital role in organising and modelling your code. They allow you to represent real-world entities and their behaviours in your programs. A class is a blueprint for creating objects. It defines the structure and behaviour of an object. The structure is represented with fields and properties, and the behaviour is represented with methods. Classes are used to group similar functionality together. To define a class, type the keywords public class, followed by the name of the class you would like to create. Here's an example for a simplified person class. I'll define two properties, name, which is a string, and age, which is an int. And now a simple method that will use the two properties to write to the console. Now, to use the class to create or instantiate a person, you create a variable and use the keyword new, followed by what you called your class. I'll call mine my person, but it can be whatever you like. Now that we have created the person, we can get to all of its public members. Those are things defined in the class. We can do this with the dot, and we have sayHello method. So to call it, it would be myperson.sayHello. Although IntelliSense will also offer you some things that come included with all classes. Since we haven't assigned values to the properties, they'll use their default values, which for a string is just an empty string, and for an integer it is 0. So when we call the method, we will get hello, my name is, and I am 0 years old. To assign them, which we must do before calling the method, we can use the dot notation again, and this time we'll get hello, my name is Bob and I'm 25 years old. If you are assigning properties, this can be done when the object is created with curly brackets, and Visual Studio can do it for you like this when you click on the new keyword and use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl dot. There is a special type of method in a class called a constructor, which is always called when the object is created. The constructor must have the same name and casing as the class it belongs to. This is a better way to set the name and age properties as well as call the sayHello method, as they can now be marked as private, which prevents other parts of the program accessing them. Obviously, this might be different depending on the use case. You can see that we now have a lot of errors where we use the class. To fix these, we just remove all the parts except where we create the object, and pass it the name and age we want to use, and you can see that we get the same result as before. It is common for classes to be in their own file in the project, so it's easy to maintain and gives better organisation. This can be done manually by creating a class and moving the code like this, or by clicking on the class name followed by Ctrl dot, then move type to person.cs, and you'll see we now have a person class with the same code. Thanks for joining us today. Practice creating classes and objects to enhance your programming skills. Stay tuned for more lessons. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates. Happy coding!